This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
The Packers at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Green Bay need to get Aaron Rodgers some help at receiver, and they did so by picking Christian Watson 34th overall. That's the earliest they've taken a receiver since 2002. Watson has some NFL bloodlines as well. His dad, Tim, was also drafted by the Packers, and you know his father is very proud watching him pick up that first down there. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. He's past the 30. And he will be out of bounds. So a clever idea on the run back, but the field goal unit able to stop him before he could really get going.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they've watched the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here they come. 2nd and 10 now from the 10. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers, deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start the drive with Harris.
Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back to throw. Jones setting up the screen. Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
To throw again on second down. Jones.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Patriots are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones.
Yeah, he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tunyon.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's a old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
A give to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. Throwing is Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Hunter Henry brings it in, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now this throw caught left side.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A big run there by Jones. 43 yards.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. And Jones with a first down carry, and he's going to wind up losing a couple as he's stopped behind the line.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
The give is to Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to...
There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar, 79 yards.
And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Here's Jones on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. An inside give to Jones. Powering forward. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Jones. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry.